children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Squaring off today, we have two teams who come in with identical records from the season. It's the Bills going up against the Buccaneers. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a 1st down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
And here's Marshall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the outright, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass? And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
They'll come out in the pistol. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Now, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3. Watch it now. Back to Philly. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Jimmy Smith looks like the corners that you want coming into the league now. Long, ability to play the football in the air, terrific cover guy.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw on 2nd down is Savage. Out to the right here to Wilson. And oh, he coughed it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. No. Patriot.
On second down, here's Savage. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's Savage now on second. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
I got 83. Hurry up, here we go.
In motion left goes a tight end. They go play fake. Now Savage. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And now out come the Bills. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run with Marshall, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Detroit! Over!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green, 39. Hot.
Out of the gun, Savage. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. 3rd and long. It's Savage. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the interception, here's Savage. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And some room to maneuver. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Under 10, 10.
From the gun on 3rd, Savage. This will be caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. This is Marshall. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run. Tackle made by K1 Short.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
All right, here we go. Gun! Here we go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Marshall. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
All right, here we go.
We got 3. 7,
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
And the wideout in motion.
Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Anytime there's an open target and there's a reception, the next thing you're looking for, the ability to break a tackle and gain additional yardage. That's what we just saw.
And he motions the wide receiver. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. 3-19.
In motion, the tight end.
Leopard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
1st and goal from the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. So the D-line's going to spread out.
No. Check. Patriots. Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Now it's Savage. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gun.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Let's go. Gun. Here we go now. 3-19. Gun.
halfback sent in motion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To throw now on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's strong running. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here. In motion right is the running back.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. To throw on 2nd down is Savage. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go. Watch it now, buddy. Over.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught inside the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, it's Savage. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And back to the air. Savage on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll set up a throw. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Go. Gun. Back to the here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Uses this stiff arm. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's Savage on first down. He's got time. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. Room here to run. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop of that playing the defensive tackle position.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, desperation time for Savage. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And here come the Bills. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Black 99 Philly. Gone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 32 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Check, Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19. Leopard.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Detroit. All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriot.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Here we go now. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Tough day. Tough sledding.
And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Here we go.
On 3rd and short, the fullback DeMarco. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Green, 39. Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 4-yard pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And they'll indeed take a knee. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National.